Hi friends, let me show you how to do a beautiful fairy. And for the first steps, we're using a rainbow cake like this. I make this one and a sponge like this. And let's get started with the first step by putting some water on the sponge and load my colors from my cake. So I'm grabbing all the colors from my cake, going back and forth on top of my cake. Okay, I have it here. So this is what we're gonna do. When you practice this for the first time, think about this. In the middle right here is where my fairy is gonna be placed, right here in the middle. So from here I'm gonna sponge right there to the wings and go back and do it on top of my eyelids. So let's do this, the first steps, which is a sponge, going and go like this to leave the space in the middle free. Okay, because we need it for the fairy to be there. Sponge like that. Okay, now flick to the other side, doing the same thing. Make sure you're leaving a space there. Sponge like by tapping the colors like that. Go down and do the same thing in the eyelid, like so. Just by tapping, try to put all the colors. Okay, now flip to the other side and do the same thing. You can use any cake you like this one, because I just make this one and I want to use it. Just make sure you have enough color everywhere here. Okay, let me grab a little eyeshadow just to put in there, so I don't have to wait for this part to dry and keep moving, especially if I'm working on myself or practicing something in my face. I like to speed the process there. Okay, put the sponge on the side for now, and now I'm grabbing a small brush to do the next step, which is gonna be the fairy in the middle. And I'm using a small brush. You can use number 0, you can use number 1, round brush in black, and we're gonna be placing our fairy right here. Okay, by just what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw the arms and the face. So here is the middle. I'm gonna do one arm going here to the middle. Let me do it. Okay. One arm. Another arm. It's kind of like that. Okay. From here, when I have these two steps like that, I'm gonna do a flick up to do the face. So it's kind of like a 2 commas. 1 and 2. Okay, from there I will stay with one flick going from here and down. So I know there's gonna be the face here and the hair on top. For the eyes, you see me doing this a lot because it's easy. It's a flick to the middle, flick, flick, flick up. Flicks for eyelashes and flick for the eyebrow, little tiny dot for the nose, and flick for the face, I mean the smile, kind of like that. Okay, let's go and grab now another one round to fill it out the wings and do line work. we're gonna finish the fairy in a little bit, but first I wanna do the line work on the wings, and it's by using black and round number 3 or 4. So what we're gonna do first is coming from here, framing my eye from the corner of the eye, one eye, going the other side. If you practice these, you can recreate it very easy because the steps is not so difficult to do it, and they look nice. Okay, now I'm going up and draw all these to do like a triangle kind of shape. Let me show you. Up, up, going down, going down. Okay, from here up, another flick, flick. If you can do fancy wings, do it. I like to stay simple so I can recreate it. And from here, there, we're gonna close it like so. Here, close it. Don't worry about these because we're gonna add flowers and it's gonna look super cute. Okay, now let's move to the hair to keep moving for the next steps. And I'm using a filbert brush, very tiny filbert brush, and I'm grabbing the dark purple and dark purple and blue from this cake. Any cake with 2 different colors, that will be okay to use it on the hair. Grabbing all the colors, these 2 colors. I like filberts because I can do rounding shapes very easy. Okay, I have the colors, and here I'm not going fancy. I'm just gonna do a flick going up to follow the shape here, like so. Follow the shape down, and I'm gonna do like a comma here, like so. Fill it out with more strokes. Don't worry here if you make a mixing colors. It's okay. That's what we need to see, variation of colors. Grabbing a little more pigments to keep moving. Let me go back and redo this one. And here, because I like the fairy to have 2 braces, or I don't know this name of this kind of hairstyle, I will do just a circle with my color. What I like is because the color have 2 colors and once, so you will see the mention there, and you don't have to be super precise, super worry about these, because it's gonna look neat, super cute, and in person looks super nice. But you know, make sure you like the shape, and don't worry if you mix colors, that's okay. The whole point is to practice and be ready to do it on the job. Let me go ahead and do another. Look here, just to make sure I have the color. Like that. See? Looks like this. Now we're gonna move to do some teardrops here in the inside, just to make it look more cutesy. You can do the wings you can draw, you know, the butterfly lines inside, but for me, I like how it looks with the teardrops inside. I'll show you. I'm using white and a round brush. This is number 4 for the teardrops and the inside of the wings. Okay, I have enough paint, and we're gonna do 2 or 3 teardrops inside. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with the one long one. Same thing on this side. going back and do another one, trying not to touch the lines I did. Same here. And also I like it because it's gonna give you highlights there. Same thing here, start with long one. Long one. And here's depending how many space you leave to do 1 or 2 or 3. Kind of like that. And what I'm having white on my paint, on my paint with my brush with paint and white, gonna do highlights here and there just to use the highlights. If you're using one strokes, you don't have to do it, but because I have it, I will use it. Okay. Now let's do the lines on the hair, just here and there. Just follow the shape here. Like I say, I don't go fancy, I just go and do a little line there, here and there, and that's it. I'm gonna add a little flowers, so let's do it. Before I do the flowers, let me add a little swirl here to cover up the little space here. So coming from the corner of my eye, going up, swirl, double swirl. Same thing on the other side, going here, up, swirl, going back, double swirl. Okay, before I keep moving, let me add a little rosy cheek by using my powders and makeup brush, grabbing a little pink from my colors and do a little rosy cheek here. In the camera we don't see it maybe, but in person I promise the girls love it. Okay, now let's add some flowers by using a very small flower brush with white and a little bit of yellow and tip of the brush with black. I just want to make sure I have enough, but not too much that I have to be fixing something, so it's like that. Okay, now a little bit of yellow. I have in a little container here, and the tip of the brush with black. Okay, and here where I see empty spaces, I'm gonna add flower. Trying not touching these because I don't wanna mess it up there. There, the same thing on the other side. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Flower here on the fairy, so she can have the same vibe. Like that. Let's add a little dot in the middle and do some details on the bottom part. The same brush I was using, I'm gonna stay using the same. I try to stay with one small round brush and one on the maybe number 4, always on my face painting kit, because like that I don't have to using so many, just stay with few. And dot, and now 2 dots here, just to add something in the little space there. Always here I can add sparkles, which I always do, and the girls love it. Let's do the center with just white dot, and to have the dots from maybe here and there, here. Don't forget to subscribe and like. That gives me some motivation to keep posting. And if you live in Houston, I do birthday parties, festivals, small and large events. You can find me on Facebook and send me a message. and I'm everywhere as Texas Fun Face Paint, posting pretty much every day on my Instagram. And you see, was very simple to do, right? So keep in mind leaving a space in the middle of the eyebrows to do the fairy, and keep in mind just to mimic the wings of the butterfly. So like I said, if you can do better way, just do it, making your own. Change the color, change the rainbow cake, change maybe the inside, instead of white do yellow. I mean, you can make any design you want, and have the freedom to recreate something in your own style, on your own way, so you don't have to do it my way. But I'm here just to sharing with you, maybe practical, maybe easy, maybe simple designs. From here you can add more, you can do less, but this is, I feel like it's pretty cute. Later make the kids happy. And remember, I see you tomorrow, and follow me in every social media, Texas on Facing. For now, this one is just like that. Adios, amigos.